Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kingsville Hampton Inn Court. I'm Ferris Sabali with the Javelina Broadcast Network, joined alongside with Colton Williams. Colton, how are you today?
Pretty good, Ferris, really good.
We're here to see the Javelinas take on Angelo State. Of course, our first game will be the women's game. The Javelinas women's basketball team is set to go against the Angelo State Bells here. And both these teams have had pretty different fortunes so far, Colton.
Yeah, Angelo State coming in here with a 4-game winning streak, their longest since 2008. And for the other side of it, they're on the opposite side of that. They come here losing 4 straight. It hasn't really been their season, young players, It's just hoping they can get their last home game, hopefully get a win on their last home game of the season.
Kingsville currently right now in the bottom of the conference, bottom of the LSC with the conference record of 3-15. On the other hand, Angelo State so far keeping the record at 500 with a record of 9-9. And like you said, Angelo State did go on a 4-game win streak, and a lot of that has been credited to their defense. They've been holding teams to 35.7% from the field. It's really hard to win games if you have a shooting percentage like that.
We've showed that we can hold our own with pretty much most teams. We just have a hard time closing it off late in the game. We have some turnovers. But Angelo State's proven like their defense so far in this 4-game winning streak has proved to be the dominant force for them. And let's hope the Javelinas can overcome that and just get some boards and try to get a run going here in the game.
Yeah, Javelinas have had problems a lot this year with their shooting, usually resorting to taking 3-point shots. They've been struggling, like you said, for pretty much all season. It's a little bit in rebuilding mode, and we'll see how the Javelinas can respond next season. It's going to be the last home game of the season for the Javelinas.
Yeah, they follow up. They finish up their season in Abilene on Saturday. So like we said earlier, you want to get that last home win for the 4 seniors this is their last Javelina home game. You want to try to get that win for them. You're not really playing for anything anymore. You're kind of playing for pride. You have no chance. Your postseason hopes are kind of slashed. So.
At this point, it doesn't look like the Javelina women's basketball team will be heading to Allen in the LSC tournament. So we'll see how they can come out this game and see if they can at least damper the spirits of the Bells here.
It's like I said, 4-game losing streak versus a 4-game winning streak. Hopefully the Javelinas can snap their streak and same way snapping theirs. So hopefully maybe the 4 seniors to play with a little bit more motivation than I, saying that if there is a last home game, you just want to go out there and give everything you got, and hopefully they can give a little bit more tonight and walk away with a Javelina win tonight.
And like you said, the seniors should want to come out with a lot of fire. It was senior night here in Kingsville because this is our last home game, and a couple of the seniors here were honored, like Brandy Clark and Brianna Gonzalez, as well as Rita Bernazak.
Tonight's senior night game is sponsored by our friends over at Wendy's Old Fashioned Hamburger.
It looks like we're just about ready for the players to take the court after this national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight
Looks like players just about to take the court. The announcer here will be naming the starting lineups pretty shortly. We'll go ahead and do it now for you from here. Starting for the Angelo State Bells, Lauren Holt, Leah Lemaire, Haley Oliver, Morgan Youngblood, and Carly Kellermeer, excuse me.
And on the Javelina side, you have Shiana Jones, Brandy Clark, Caitlin Lowen, Brianna Gonzalez, and Ashley Perez for the Javelina side.
If I'm not mistaken, I think this might be one of Ashley Perez's first times. Usually not being named in the starting lineup.
Yeah, usually on your senior night, they give all the seniors just to let them a chance to start one game in their career, so it's usually the senior night. So maybe that might get, like you said, might give her a little bit more, starting the game and you play with a little bit more heart out tonight.
Yeah, you never know. She might come out with a little bit more fire.
Junior from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Sheena Jones had a big game a couple of games ago, didn't she, Colton?
Yeah, she actually was the first Javelina since 2008 to have 30 points in a game. You know, she definitely found her shot that night. She only missed 5 shots from the floor.
Still has one more year, one more crack at this. We'll see if her performance this season, and the explosiveness of that 30-point game, we'll see if that can transcend to the next season.
Yeah, one thing you're talking about earlier, not really the year for the Javelinas. Coach Trujillo is his second year. Not really what you expected from him. First year you expect first-time coach coming in, rebuild a little bit, get acclimated to the system. Everyone thought they'd do a little bit better this year, but for some reason they kind of like regressed instead of progressed in their season. So, I mean, hopefully they can turn it all around and have a good season next year, have the whole offseason to work on some of the stuff they struggled with this season, like ball handling, time management.
Trujillo and the Javelinas did struggle, like you said, his first season here. They did make it to the playoffs, though. It doesn't look like it's going to happen this time, so you're right. A little bit of a disappointing season for him and his team. We'll see how they respond, though, and as the players taking the court here. Kingsville and Angelo State, pretty much inverse colors on the court. Kingsville, of course, in white. Angelo State in the blue and gold, but the Javelinas also boast. As Perez wins the tip, Clark gets the ball, gives it off to Lowen, and the game has officially started. Ball with Sheena Jones at the elbow, gives it off to Perez. Ball just swinging around the perimeter now for the Javelinas. Gonzalez tries to give a pass up to Brandy Clark.
Yeah, you see the Javelinas trying with those little risky passes there. I mean, luckily, he still stays with the Javelinas, but that could have easily been a turnover.
Yeah, Leah Lemaire picked it off there as Perez gets it off the inbound. Goes for the turnaround jump shot. Doesn't go. Lemaire picks up the rebound, and the Bells will get their first shot at putting points up on the board.
And just like that, Javelinas coming up big on that side. Arid pass comes up with the Javelinas steal on that one as Brianna Gonzalez able to pick that one up.
Yeah, Carly Kellermeer, for the Bells just mishandled that pass. Javelinas capitalized on it, got the steal. They're going to get another shot to put some points up on the board. Gonzalez calls for a screen. And Kellermeer lost the ball on the offensive end for her, but she just stole it back from Brianna Gonzalez, so trying to make up for her last turnover.
Yeah, that's just staying focused on both sides of the ball there, And
Jones picks it off now. Jones picks off the ball coming down the court.
So we're seeing a lot of good defense from both teams here early on in the game.
Yeah, Lowen tried to drive in there for the layup, went off the glass and off the rim, but no good. And the Bells advanced the ball all the way up to Lauren Holt. She got the point-blank shot in, and those are the first points of the game. The Bells lead 2-0.
Yeah, that was a good half-court pass from her teammate there to find her open under the basket for the easy 2.
See how the Javelinas can respond here. Sheena Jones giving it off. And Petta's going to take another shot, going off the glass and going in. The team's fired up for her as this is her first start. Being one of the seniors, as you talked about, Colton.
You see the Angelo State, the Ram Bells over here trying a lot of long full court passes here.
Yeah, pretty confident in their abilities. As Holt gets it again right under the rim. Does well with it the second time, just like she did the first. Puts the team up 4-2.
Yeah, Javelina's leaving the paint open for easy passes and easy layups there for the Ram Bells as they get 4 points both in the lane, right under the basket.
Yeah, points in the paint, a huge struggle for the Javelinas on both ends of the floor. Javelinas like to depend on their shooting, really not getting too much into the post, but Ashley Pettis seems to be a very active post player as Gonzalez takes the pull-up J, doesn't work, and Brandy Clark and Killamere fighting for the rebound there.
And they give possession arrow is going to go to the Ram Bells, so I was unable to capitalize on that possession.
Ashley Vieira is set to check in now for the Javelinas. Pettis' first time on the Javelinas. She is a sophomore out of Little, Texas, coming from Little High School. Ball gets put in there. Bell's now up 6-2. Javelinas need to try to find a way to respond. Brandy Clark swings the ball around to Jones. Jones gives it back to Clark.
Javelinas are doing a good job moving the ball around here. We just haven't been able to capitalize, actually putting the ball in the basket there.
Lowen drives in. Off the glass and in for Caitlin Lowen. Those are her first 2 points of the game. 6-4 right now is the score, the lead with the Angelo State Bells. Javelinas look like they're going to try some full court press. Doesn't work there, though. The ball is already advanced.
Yeah, Javelinas have been trying that a lot this season. You see that mostly all the games we've called, they definitely like to go to that full court pressure early in the game.
And there's Lauren Holt once again on the mismatch with Brianna Gonzalez.
She has all 8 points for the Ram Bells so far. So far, Lauren Holt having a really good game for Angelo State.
Ball now with Gonzalez. Swings it to Jones at the top. Jones going to take the pull-up three, and Jones puts that one in. No issue there. So the Javelinas within one as the score is 8-7, the lead with the Bells here. Ball right now with Haley Oliver. Gives it off there to Youngblood, and Youngblood gets blocked by Sheena Jones. Looked like Sheena Jones looked up there, inspected, and rejected. And we're going to take a quick break here and be right back with Javelina basketball on the Javelina Broadcast Network.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
You're on your way to meet a good friends.
To the Hampton in court right now. There's 15:44 left in the first half. Javelinas with a slim 1-point deficit, scores 8-7 lead with the San Angelo State Bells. So far, Lauren Holt, Colton, going off, not having any trouble, going 4 of 4 from the field so far. She's got 8 points.
Yeah, it's kind of, Javelinas have struggled in their down in the paint though. So she's had 4 easy shots, all layups. So Javelinas need to stop that in the paint there, put a little bit more defense down in the paint.
Yeah, the Bells might want to watch out. So far, they've got 3 turnovers after that last double dribble. And another thing to note, Colton, is Holt has been getting, unopposed point-blank shots, and that's something the Javelinas really need to work on.
Yeah, you're saying they have Bree Gonzalez on her, so I think Coach Trujillo might need to rethink who he has covering, maybe try their different matchups here, because right now Lauren Holt's having her way with the Javelina defense. Actually, like I said, I have all 8 points for the Angelo State Rambills.
Sheena Jones threw the ball past Ashley Benavides' hands, so the Javelinas get their second turnover of the game. Ball now on the other end of the court.
Once again, we saw another one of those full-court passes from Angelo State there.
Lauren Holt trying to do some work, but Sheena Jones on her that time. Ball swinging around the perimeter. Three-pointer there by Haley Oliver. Doesn't go, but Holt gets the rebound.
Lauren Holt having a good game so far. She's all over the floor getting shots and rebounds.
Shot won't go there for Morgan Youngblood. Javelina's rebound here. Get a chance to take their first lead of the game. So Brianna Gonzalez looks like losing her handling skills.
Yeah, trying to get a little too fancy there on the dribble.
And Lauren Holt missed her first shot, and it was an easy one, Colton, but puts it in back on the offensive board.
That's just staying focused there on the rebound, getting your own rebound, and putting it back for the easy layup. All 10 points belong to Lauren Holt. So far, Javelinas cannot stop her.
10-7 right now, the lead with the Bells. Brandon Clark gets opposed there, and Holt makes sure that ball is nowhere near the paint. So Javelina's going to have to restart from the sideline here. Gonzalez set to inbound.
Yeah, Javelinas, keeping it close here, only down by 3, but like we said, we see some arid ball handling, easy turnovers.
And Gonzalez drove in, gives it off to an open Sheena Jones. Jones knocks down the 3, ties the game up at 10 apiece here.
Yeah, 6 points for Jones here. Actually, that's her second three-pointer made of the game. So Lauren Holt leading the Rams and Jones leading the Javelinas here.
Ball now on the other end of the court. Looks like Holt's going to get back to it with Benavides on her. Benavides bothers the shot. The Javelinas get the ball on the turnover. Gonzalez is going to run the point here coming down the court.
Yeah, sort of a fast-paced game where we already have 7 minutes gone in the game here. So
Benavides putting her moves on Lauren Holt on the other end. So it looks like Benavides might be some trouble for Lauren Holt and the Bells as the Javelinas have taken their first lead of the game, 12-10. Just about 13-17 left in the first half. Good driving move there by Leah Lemaire, but it's going to be called a travel. Shuffle her feet there as she penetrated the defense.
You've seen the Javelinas come out and struggle early on, but you see a little second wind here from them early in this first half. They fell down a lot. Lauren Holt getting some easy shots. They've tightened up in their defense. They've gotten some easier looks. So, the Javelinas like turning around here. It looks pretty good so far.
A couple of subs coming in for the Javelinas. Number 4, Michelle Wagner. Number 24, Ashley Vieira. And number 12, Madera Gold. And Gold's going to drive all the way in. Try to get it off the glass. Doesn't go for her. And another jump ball here. This time the possession arrow going on Kingsville's side. So the Javelinas going to get a second chance to put the basket in on this possession.
Yeah, Javelinas trying to look to extend their lead here to 4.
So Vieira on the inbound. Gives it off to Benavides. Vieira gets it back. Benavides sets the screen. Vieira with a pull-up 3. Doesn't go for her. Rebound there by Haley Oliver. And Oliver's going to run the ball down the court now. Giving it off there to Kellamere. Kellamere puts it in. The first time that the Bells have scored without Lauren Holt.
Yeah, the Javelinas kind of fell asleep there on defense down in the post. Gave an easy layup there.
So 12 all now.
Once again, we see another arid pass from the Javelinas here.
But they do make up for it as Benavides picked up that pass. Too simple of a bounce pass right in the Javelinas' way. So the ball swinging around. Michelle Wagner, deep 3, puts it in, puts her team up by 3, 15-12 for the Javelinas here with 12 minutes left in the first half. So the red-hot Lauren Holt taking a seat now for the Bells. And another traveling call goes on them. That's their 5th turnover already. And it looks like we're just going to cut to a timeout really quick here, and we'll be right back. 15-12 score with the Javelinas.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. 5 seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Welcome back to the Kingsville-Hampton in court. I'm Ferris Bauer with Colton Williams here with the Javelina Broadcast Network. Scores 15-12, the lead with the Javelinas. Still 11:52 left in the first half. Direct Colton, not too many timeouts being called. It looks like the clock is bleeding a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like probably one of the fastest paced games we've seen from the Javelinas. Cut down on the fouls too for both teams. No team has a foul so far in this game.
So just a lot of good, clean basketball being played. Vieira tried to swing that ball out to Brittany Selby, but had a little trouble there. Going to get called for the travel.
Yeah,
Javelina's 4th turnover of the game.
Yeah, she just shuffled her feet just a little bit there, unable to get the pass off in time before she shuffled her feet. So he said another turnover there for the Javelinas.
Looks like a kickball going to be called on Vieira there with the aggressive defense. And the Javelinas going to try their full court press, try to keep the Bells from advancing the ball. But the Bells have done it, given the ball off there to Amanda Weaver.
You see the Javelinas tighten up their defense there down in the paint, in the low post there. So hopefully that's something the Javelinas can keep up here, because right now I have a 3-point lead here. Most of the points for the Bells have come down in the post, in the paint area.
Javelina's looking like they're in good rhythm. Ball right now with Haley Oliver. And Oliver drives in. Can't get the shot to go for her, but she's got 2 free throws coming her way. That's the first foul of the game, 11 minutes in. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, no, it's been a good, clean game thus far for both teams.
So Oliver at the charity stripe, her first time for the night. She's going to take 2. Oliver sinks the first one, puts her team within 2 points. Sinks the second one as well, so now the score is 15-14, lead still with the Javelinas. Lauren Holt looks like she's getting set to check back in, as well as Leah Lemaire. Now the ball on the Javelinas side of the court. Ashley Vieira has got it from the 3-point line. Shot doesn't go for her, but Bernadzak picks up the offensive board.
Once again, we see the Javelinas not afraid to shoot those 3-point shots.
And Bernadzak is going to take her own strike at it. Shot doesn't go for her. Good rebound there by Carly Kellermeyer.
Yeah, you see Coach Rio is not really happy with the shot selection that his team's taken there. 2-3.
And Michelle Wagner stealing the ball now. She's on a fast break, but gets blocked by number 32 there, Amanda Weaver. So Michelle Wagner looked like she might have had the easy basket to put her team up by 3 again.
Yeah, that's just staying with your, you lose the ball, that's just staying with your player there and able to come up big with the block shot. Even though the ball stays with the Javelinas on that one.
Yeah, either way, Michelle Wagner did steal the ball. It's going to be the 6th turnover on the Bells. Another 3-pointer there by Wagner that time. That shot did not go. Bells rebound here, taking the ball on the other end of the court. So right now the ball with Amanda Weaver, gives it off to Leah Lemaire. She sinks that 3-pointer. And now the Bells have retaken the lead here, 17-15, the 2-point lead with the Bells. 10:09 left in.
This is just like every other Javelina game we've seen so far from the women. Close throughout the whole first half. You know, Javelinas need to go in close to halftime, either down by 4 or up by a little bit. So Javelina is playing their pace of game right now. And it seems like might be affecting the Angelo State Rambells here a little bit. The Javelinas have the Rambells playing their style of play here, so.
Ruby Robertson going to check in here for the Javelinas, her first time on the court tonight. And Javelinas look like they're resorting a lot to 3-point shooting. As right now they're going 3 of 7 from the field behind the arc.
Yeah, like we said earlier, Javelinas are not afraid to shoot the long ball, but sometimes it hurts them either in the game. So let's see if they can actually get some of that ball.
And Morgan Youngblood trying to beat the clock, gives it off there to Lemaire. Lemaire puts it in off the glass. 19-15 lead with the Bells here. Vieira going to try to respond for the Javelinas.
Once again, we see the paint wide open for the Rambills. There is that easy shot. No one even there to contest it.
Vieira with the ball now. Looking for someone to give it up to. Wagner has it. She's going to try to drive in. Gets stripped there by Lemaire, but the ball's going to stay with the Javelinas. Going to inbound with 12 seconds left on the shot clock.
Like once again, we said we have 9 minutes left here in the first half, so this first half flying by. We only have one penalty called the whole game.
Just one foul there. It was on, I believe it was Brittany Selby.
Yeah, down in the low post there, she got called for contact while they were shooting.
Excuse me, it was Rita Bernazak who picked up the sole foul there. And now the ball with Vieira. She drives in, gets a good look at it, but can't put it in. It looks like she might have hurt herself on that play. It looks like she's getting back up though. And Lauren Holt open from behind the arc. Not good at all. It looked like it might have actually been a pass to Lemaire.
And I think it was a shot, but she'll probably call it a pass. So
yeah, give her the benefit of the doubt there and go ahead and call it a pass. As Lemaire gets shoved from behind by Ruby Robertson.
Once again, we see the Javelinas on the other side of the ball here. You know, they get the good looks. They just can't get them to fall. Just going pretty much rimming out on pretty much most of their shots here. So
it's been a season-long story for them. As Robertson picks up, intercepts the pass there, and she's going to be called for double dribble. Yeah, looked like she might have mishandled it there just a little bit.
I think she was trying to go for a fast break, trying to pass it off there, and then thought about it before she actually did and got called for the double dribble there. So tough break there for the Javelinas, but a good break there for the Rambills as they're able to get the ball back and extend this 4-point lead, or try to extend this 4-point lead with 8:45 left here in the first half.
So now the ball with Haley Oliver. Lemaire has it now, puts the moves there on Bernazak and puts the shot in to the Bells. Well, it was a close game now, expanding out a little bit as the Bells have the 6-point lead here.
Yep.
Caitlin Lowen on the other end of the court.
Yeah, biggest lead for any team so far in the game.
So now the ball swinging around for the Javelinas. And Lowen gets shoved just a little bit from behind there. The shove is going to go on Casey Stegall. And it looks like Bernazak and the ref had a little bit of a bump in there, unintentional, of course.
The Javelinas bringing 2 players, 2 subs in.
Yeah, Jones and Cheyenne Miller checking in for the Javelinas. So Sheena Jones going to take the 3, knocks it down. Sheena Jones putting her team within 3, scores now 21-18 lead with the Angelo State Bells.
And that is Jones' 3rd 3 of the game, so 9 points for her leading the Javelinas. So Jones feeling it tonight. Like we said earlier, Jones was the one that had that 30-point performance about a week ago.
Yeah, we'll see if she can mirror it there, but Holt getting the ball in the post, and that's been Holt's game all night. Puts her team back up by 5, 23-18 for the Bells.
So it's going to be Jones versus Holt tonight, as Holt leading the Bells, but Jones leading the way for the Javelinas here. Javelinas find themselves down by 5.
Yeah, it's ball with Sheena Jones again here. She's going to do the turnaround jumper, not going to work out for her. Rebound now safely with the Bells. Ball being taken down the court. Given off there to Amanda Weaver. Weaver gives it back to Faith Hunt. And Lemaire gets it stolen. Ashley Vieira looks like she's going to try to get the ball all the way down there for the fast break. Can't get the ball to go, but she does draw the foul on Lauren Holt. And if there's anybody you do want to draw a foul on, definitely be good to get it on Lauren Holt. As the timeout gets called here, 7:11 left in the first half, 23-18 with the Bells, and we'll be right back.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Welcome back to the Kingsville Hampton in court. I'm Ferris Dyer with Colton Williams with the Javelina Broadcast Network. The score right now is 23 to 18 to lead with the San Angelo State Ram Bells. And the play right before the timeout was Ashley Vieira stealing the ball from the Bells, trying to get some fast break points. Got fouled though. She's going to head to the line for 2 free throws here.
Yeah, like we said, Javelinas have had somewhat of some struggles at the line so far this season, along with many other things. So yeah, it's a good thing that Ashley Vieira makes the first one here, cut it down to a 4-point lead.
Yeah, Vieira nets in the first one. Sinks the second one as well, so the score now 23 to 20. The Bells up by just 3 points. Lead was as big as 6 for the Bells, so the game's still pretty close here, and the Javelinas going to give their full court press another try. Looks like this one is a little more successful. The ball being put down the court. Lauren Holt has it now. Holt missed the cut by Weaver there, but goes ahead and gives it to Lemaire instead. Lemaire getting into the post with a good move there. Doesn't get the shot to go, but the Javelinas can't rebound, but they do that time. And now they're going to take the ball down the court on the other end. Jones gives it off to Lowen. Lowen gets bumped, puts it in. Lowen puts her team within 1, 23-22. The 1-point lead still with the Bells here.
Yeah, that was a good shot by Lowen. They're taking the contact there and still able to bank it in there.
And a careless pass there from Weaver going over Lauren Holt's head and going out of bounds. So it looks like the full court press might actually be working for the Javelinas in this game.
Yeah, it's forcing. We've seen it so far about 5 times tonight already. The Ram Bells already doing their full court passes there. And so far, they've been able to get some good passes in, but like we see on that one there, another costly turnover for the Ram Bells. Javelinas hopefully take advantage of it and recapture the lead here.
Oh, and it looks like there Weaver jumped out to it. Gonna punish, or excuse me, that was Youngblood that jumped out to it. Stole the ball from Sheena Jones, puts it in. So 25-22 with the Bells. Ball on the other end now. Cheyenne Miller with the jump shot. Gets fouled. So she's gonna go to the line for 2, her first 2 free throws of the night.
You know, like you said, Ferris, we're talking about earlier, you know, game moving kind of fast. That's still pretty remarkable. You're already going 14 minutes into the game. There's only 5 fouls together. So it's been a pretty clean, good called game so far for both teams.
Miller misses the first one. Yeah, so far just 5 fouls called in the first half. 3 on the Bells and 2 on the Javelinas so far as Gonzalez checks back in for the Javelinas. And Miller is going to try to knock down the second one. Can't do it, but gets her own rebound, but can't get it in off the glass. Good rebound there by Kellermeer.
Yeah, she should have probably taken that one back out and tried to set things up again, but try to get the quick look there, but unable to get it high off the glass.
And it looks like a little bit of a stumble there on both teams, but the foul is going to be called on Caitlin Lowen. So the Bells are going to get another chance at it.
Oh, that was on Ruby Robinson.
Excuse me. Yep.
Yeah, Ruby Robinson got a little bit of a catch there and threw the elbow a little bit, try to clear some space for her, and got called for the foul there. Looking for is kind of slicker. We've seen a couple players already take little dives here.
Bells looking to inbound now. Oliver inbounds it to Kellermeer. And Holt has it outside the 3-point line. Swings the ball around the perimeter.
And once again, you see this offense kind of going through Lauren Holt a little bit here.
Morgan Youngblood put that shot in the post. So the Bells back up by 5 points. 27-22 is the score. Caitlin Lowen gets stripped, but the ball's going to stay on the Javelinas' end of the court. Wagner going to be set to inbound here. Looks like they may have spotted a wet spot on the floor. As you said, Colton, a few slip-ups already by both teams.
Once again, we see I think we have the players going eye level with the floor to try to see if they can find the wet spot.
Yeah, I thought she was trying to dry it up maybe there with her jersey.
Yeah, we actually, first time we don't see any of the...
I'm not sure it's a wet spot, actually. Looks like I don't think there's anything on the court. I'm just not sure what they're discussing.
They're discussing where they want to go for dinner after the game, sir.
So they all met up. Decided Big House Burgers would be the best place to go. And Wagner inbounds there to Lowen. Gonzalez has it now, trying to call a play for the team. Pettis gives it off to Wagner. Wagner with the hesitation gives it back to Pettis. And Pettis can't get the shot to go. Draws the foul though.
Javelinas doing a good job here drawing the fouls here down in the post area as they go to the free throw line for the 4th time tonight.
So Ashley Pettis is going to take her first 2 free throws though of the night. Pettis sinks that first one. Or, excuse me, Pettis sinks it. Scores now 27-23. The lead still with the Bells.
Let's go see how Javelinas is applying that full court pressure here by actually be getting to the Ram Bells there.
Yeah, Hull got the ball, gave it off to Lemaire, and Lemaire couldn't get it in the first time. Second time was the charm for her. She got it in on the putback. 29-23 is the score, the 6-point lead with the Bells.
Yeah, Javelinas having a hard time here on the defensive side of the ball here, rebounding as the Ram Bells, again, getting a lot of second shots here.
Yeah, Gonzalez can't get that jump shot to go for her, and Lemaire gets the rebound here. Going to look to expand their 6-point lead, tied with the largest lead of the game for the Ram Bells. Lauren Holt has the ball now outside the arc. And Lemaire gives it up there to Youngblood, but Youngblood's met with opposition. Holt gets the ball in the post, but gets fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, this will be her first time at the line for Lauren Holt. She's 6 for 10 in the game so far, already with 12 points, leading the way for both teams here.
Yeah, only player in double figures as well. So Holt going to go to the line. Can't sink that first one. Bounces around, doesn't go in.
Yeah, she's trying to give the Ram Bells her their largest lead of the game right now, which would be 7 if she's able to make the second free throw here.
And gets the lucky bounce that time. 30-23 right now is the score. The Bells with a 7-point lead. There's about 4:15 left in this first half. Gonzalez with the ball now. Finds the open space, but gets the ball picked away from her. Bells with the ball now. Lemaire holding it at the top. Holt gives it off to Youngblood. Youngblood going to take the jump shot. That shot's not going to go, and Lowen secures the rebound for the Javelinas. The ball heading to the other end of the court now. Going to call a travel on Tina Jones. So the Javelinas not proud of that call. 3:44 left in the first half. 32-23 is the score. The 7-point lead with the Bells. And we'll be right back.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. That's a line of desks more than 4 miles long. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Welcome back to the Kingsville Hampton in court. Score right now 30-23. The 7-point lead is with the San Angelo State Ram Bells.
You know, both teams having a hard time controlling the ball right now. Both teams so far in the game, both have 10 turnovers in the game. But it's like it hurt the Javelinas more as they find themselves down by 7 here, 30-23.
Yeah, not an insurmountable lead, but the Bells have been working on it for most of the first half. Going to call it 3 in the key there on Morgan Youngblood. So it's going to be the 11th turnover on the Ramblers. Gonzalez taking the ball down now for the Javelinas. Jones has it, gives it to Pettis. Pettis trying to work with it.
Yeah, you see for Angelo State, all their starters have scored for the Ramblers here, so you haven't seen too much production from their bench.
Brianna Gonzalez trying to do a sensational behind the back, a sensational reverse layup there. Ball comes off the clock on the top of the backboard, so it's called out of bounds. Bells have it again.
Once again, we see that full court pressure getting put on here by the Javelinas.
That ball safely making it, though, with Stegall now. As the Bells try to swing the ball around. Javelinas can't come up with it. Gonzalez going to be called on the foul there. It's going to send Jennifer Lapp to the free throw line.
Like I said, only their 5th foul of the game for the Javelinas here. It's about 2:47 left here in the first half. Jennifer Lapp makes the first one, gives the Ramblers an 8-point lead here. And she's able to connect on the second one here.
Yeah, now Pettis and Youngblood fighting for the ball there. The ticker is going to go with the Ramblers this time.
Yeah, good boxing out there for the Ramblers there. Youngblood able to close out and get the rebound on that one.
Lemaire inbounds the ball to Lapp. Lapp can't get it, but Lemaire gets it back, puts it in. So second chance points being a big problem for the Javelinas so far.
Yeah, it's just good awareness for knowing where your other players are at to get the rebound and just put it back up for the shot here. And we see the Ramblers with their biggest lead of the game. First double-digit lead of the game for any team here, 10 points.
Gold with the hesitation, but can't put that shot down. Ramblers rebound. Ball with Youngblood now. And she's going to be called for the travel. Looked like her pivot foot did shuffle just a little bit. 12 turnover on the Bells. So 2:16 left in the first half, and the Bells with a double-digit 10-point lead here.
With that Jennifer Lapp free throw we saw just a couple of seconds ago, that was the first bench point given up by the Javelinas here, as all their points scored have been 32 by their all-starters for the Ramblers. So Javelinas did a good job in shutting down their bench here.
Ball sails out of bounds. Going to go out on the Bells, so the Javelinas going to get a chance to inbound with 14 seconds left on the shot clock for them. The 2-minute mark just hit here, so just under 2 minutes left in the first half. Jones goes from behind the line and does it again. She's got 12 points now for the Javelinas. Puts her team within 8.
4 for 4, if I'm not mistaken, from the three-point line. So she's on her way to having another big game for the Javelinas here.
Yeah. And now the ball with Oliver. Oliver tries to drive in, tries to give it to Youngblood. Youngblood can't handle the pass. It's going to be another turnover. So even though the Bells have more turnovers than the Javelinas, they still have an 8-point lead here.
Yeah, it's just been careless passes from the Javelinas. You know, they got some easy shots, just haven't been able to capitalize and put them in. They've had, like I said, some careless passes, some key turnovers here.
And Jones going to get called on the travel. Looked like she was hoping for a foul. So the Javelinas turning it over as well. And they've got 11 in the game. The Bells have it now.
So yeah, Shiana Jones got credited with a 2-pointer on that one instead of a 3-pointer.
The ball swinging around here for the Ramblers. The ball right now with Oliver. Oliver gives it off to Lemaire, but Lemaire traveled, shuffled their feet a little bit. So now that's the second consecutive turnover by the Bells.
Yeah, that's something we've grown accustomed to over here at Hampton and Court. A lot of traveling from both teams, usually when we're here watching.
Something about the hardwood here. But now Vieira has the ball. Under 50 seconds left to play. And that foul, a bit of a foul away from the ball. So Javelinas just going to inbound again here. Once again, only 10 fouls so far in the first half, 5 on each team. Been a clean basketball game so far, but Vieira gets it off the inbound, gets called for the travel yet again. So both teams turning the ball over back-to-back times.
Yeah, Javelinas trying to get a inbound there. Just Ashley Vieira just held it on just for a little bit too long. They took too many steps with the ball, unable to get the shot.
Bells have it now. Morgan Youngblood with it at the elbow. Brandy Clark with really good defense, not giving Youngblood any place to go. Sheena Jones trying to do the same here, and it works. Lemaire steps out, and the Bells, 3 turnovers in a row for them. The Javelinas have turned the ball over twice in a row, though on the other end. We'll see if they can score here as the shot clock has been turned off. There's only 24 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, Javelinas will try to cut this down to possibly maybe a 5-point lead or a 6-point lead, depending if they get a 2 or 3 here. But you want to get something going in before halftime here. Try to carry some momentum into the second half.
So Vieira goes off the Pettis screen, but can't get that shot to fall for her. Bells rebound with ease. And the ball, and Gold making sure no easy shot comes from it. Lemaire can't get that shot to go, and that concludes the first half. So 33-25 for the Angelo State Ram Bells right now. Colton, what have you noticed in the first half?
What I saw early off in the game for the Ram Bells, most of their points, Lauren Holt leading the way. But down in the paint, just a lot of open space there for the Ram Bells. A lot of easy shots there for, Angelo State. That's how they were able to get such a big lead here. Both teams struggling turning the ball over, but Javelinas unable to capitalize on their turnovers as they find themselves down by 8 going into the half.
Yeah, and for the Bells, you have Lauren Holt going 6 of 10 from the field. She's got 13 points. She's one of 2 players in double figures, as Leah Lemaire also has 11 points for the Bells. For the Javelinas, Sheena Jones right now going 4 of 5 from the field and a perfect 3 of 3 from behind the line. She's got 11 points. You got to wonder if the Javelinas are going to go to her a little bit more often in the second half.
Yeah, usually you want to keep with the hot hand here, so she's with the hot hand. So I expect Coach Thurio and the Javelinas, run the offense through her and try to get her more involved in the game here.
All right, and that'll conclude the first half of the game. We're going to go ahead and take a break for this halftime, and we'll join you when the second half comes about. So 33-25 for the Angelo State Bells at halftime.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Welcome back to the Kingsville-Hampton court. We're here at halftime between the Texas A&M University Kingsville Lady Javelinas and the Angelo State Ram Bells. The score right now, 25-33, the lead going with the Angelo State Bells. Colton, what have you noticed so far in that first half?
A lot of the easy points in the paint here for the Angelo State Rams. They outscored the Javelinas 22-7, or 22-6, sorry, in the paint. Once again, we see second chance points here. 6 for Angelo State, only 3 for the Javelinas, so that's a big reason that they're down by 8 here going into the second half of the game here. Like I said, not an insurmountable lead to come back from. Javelinas have sometimes a thing of, starting the second half kind of sluggish and not much energy. So hopefully they can avoid that today, close into this lead, and possibly take to the lead going into the second half.
Another problem for the Javelinas is even though the Angelo State Ram Bells have more turnovers than the Javelinas do, the Javelinas haven't really been able to capitalize on the points off turnovers.
Yeah, the Javelinas have had a hard time just trying to put it in. They've had some easy looks, just unable to find the bottom of the net. So hopefully that's something they can change. Maybe be on this side of the court, make a difference. They just need to cut down the turnovers too. Both teams The Javelinas just have a lot of careless, traveling, careless passing, pretty much what it usually comes down to. So if they can limit those costly turnovers and just try to get some more easier shots, I don't see why they can't come back in this game.
Yeah, and another thing to know is the Rams' offensive efficiency. Right now they're going 14 of 26 from the field. That's 53.8%. A lot of it coming from Lauren Holt, who's going 6 of 10 from the field with 13 points, as well as Leah Lemaire, who's got 11 for the team. So just the better offensive performance, like you said, being able to put in the ball. Just better than the Javelinas. Javelinas on the other side, 9 of 27 from the field, going at 33% here. And the only really notable performance thus far for the Javelinas is Sheena Jones, 4 of 5 from the field and a perfect 3 of 3 from behind the line. That gives her 11 points so far, the only Javelina in double figures.
Yeah, like we said earlier, going into halftime, if you're Coach Thurio and you want to cut into this lead, possibly a chance to capture the lead and get away with the win, you've got to run the offense through Jones. She had a big first half, like you said, 3 from 3 from beyond the arc. Hope she continue it here in the second half. If the Javelinas want any chance coming back, they need to start giving her more shots, and she should continue with her hot hand.
That's right. And other than Sheena Jones' performance, really no other Javelinas rising to the occasion. 4 points by Caitlin Lowen. That's about it. That's the second leading scorer for the Javelinas. But what the Javelinas do have, like you said, Colton, that the Rambells haven't really been utilizing too much is the scoring off the bench. The Rambells only have 1 point off the bench thanks to a free throw.
By Lapp, I think.
By Jennifer Lapp, that's right. And Kingsville, on the other hand, with 7 bench points.
Yeah, it's not a stat. You look at it like that. 1 point. It's kind of a bad stat to look at. You 1 point from your bench. But the Javelinas on the other hand only have 7, so when you look at it 7-1, it's not really that bad of a ratio. It's only 6 points. But maybe both teams need to start going to the bench a little bit more though. Maybe. So I know, like I said, Lauren Holt, they've been doing a good job in putting the ball through her hands. She's leading the way for both teams, 1 of 2 scores in double figures here for the Angelo. So let's see what they can do here in the second half.
Yeah, so it looks like we're about to head into the second half, but we're just gonna take one quick break and then come back and finish off this game.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Siller speaking. Your level 7 in your face pep talk.
I can keep pushing you. Believe me, I'm good at it. But at some point, you're gonna need to start pushing yourself.
See, once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell them. You can't change your past, but you can definitely change your future.
That makes me so happy, I'm ready to bust out a dance.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? My gentle technique isn't really working. You need something a little more
persuasive.
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good.
Hey, where's my sandwich? Terry? Terry!
Take it from me, the King DMC. It's a real cool thing to get your GED.
Get that diploma!
Now hold on and we'll find you free GED classes. Capiche?
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Welcome back to the Kingsville Hampton Inn Court. The second half is underway. I'm Ferris Bauer, joined alongside Colton Williams with the Javelina Broadcast Network. And we're joined here, as the second half continues. Ashley Pettis misses that first shot. And the Bells have the rebound and have a chance to expand the 8-point lead. Largest lead of the game so far, though, has been 10 by the Rambells. Towards the end of the first half, the Javelinas cut into it a little bit.
Yeah, the Javelinas had a chance to cut into the lead just right before halftime, but couldn't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, and Lemaire couldn't get that shot to fall either as it went in and out of the rim. Javelinas did get the rebound. So the ball with Caitlin Lowen now. The Javelinas going to try to chip into this lead yet again.
Like we said, this is one of their, they've been known for, kind of coming out really sluggish out of halftime here. So that's something you want to avoid here, keep up the momentum.
Jones misses her first three-pointer of the game. She's now 3 of 4 from behind the line. So the score still 33-25. 18:55 left in the game. Youngblood has it now, swings it to Holt. And Lemaire drives it in. Can't get the shot to fall for her, though, as Ashley Pettis gets the rebound, gives it off to Gonzalez.
Yeah, so both teams coming out struggling here. Both teams 0 for 2 to start the second half here. So let's see what team can break the scoreless streak and get the first points of the second half here.
Ball gets put into Perez. And she gets it in off the glass. Good post move by her.
Yeah, that's a little bit harder than what it looks like, though. I mean, she got that high off the glass, able to put it in.
That's right, a very challenging shot for her, but the score right now is 33-27, so Javelinas just trailing by 6 here. And ball right now with the Ram Bells.
Can we see Lauren Holt struggling a little bit here? She missed her past 3 shots going back into the end of the first half here.
Yeah, and so we'll see if that can continue. But Lowen can't get the ball to go in there. Got rejected by the bottom of the backboard. Now the ball is on the other end of the floor now. Lauren Holt has it, met with 3 Javelinas. Holt gets it back once again in the post. Can't get that shot to fall for her. So it looks like Holt having a tougher time, but you got to give the Javelina defense credit as well. It looks like they're quickly going to the double and even triple team.
Yeah, they've done a good job in closing off the paint. No more easy shots for Holt down in the post. So, like I said, a good job here from the Javelina defense, able to adjust.
Gonzalez going to try that three-pointer. Not going to go for her, but Jones picks up the offensive board. Lowen, good pass there to Brandy Clark. Brandy Clark puts it in easy off the glass and puts the Javelinas within 4, so 33-29 with just 17 minutes left in the game here.
Good court vision there from both Brandy Clark and Lowen to find the open player there for the easy two, as Brandy Clark able to get that in.
Now ball on the other end. Ball with Oliver here at the elbow, being guarded by Lowen. Oliver tries to drive in, gets that shot to go for her. That one looked tough as well. So 35-29, Javelinas now trail by 6. Gonzalez has the ball now, gives it off to Perez.
See a little bit, starting to get a little bit more fast-paced here as the time goes on here.
Clark has the ball at the top, hands it off to Lowen. Lowen going to try to drive in. Oliver with a good strip. Ball's going to stay with the Javelinas and 11 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, we're seeing both defenses coming out pretty good here. Let's see if the Javelinas can cut more into this lead. They find themselves down by 6. Just about 6:23 left here in the second half.
And Jones trying to do a pull-up J that doesn't work for her. Gonzalez ends up with the ball. Can't get her shot to fall.
So just like shades of the first half here, Javelinas getting some good shots. They're getting looks here. Just can't get them to drop here.
And Lemaire with a good layup there, but shot doesn't go down for her. Javelinas get the rebound here. Jones has it, gives it off to Clark. And Petta's going to go for the 3. That one goes off the rim.
Good box out there by the Rambo to get the defensive rebound there.
Holt working with a lot of room, gives it off. It looked like Ashley Pettis with a big block there. And 15:50 left in the game. Javelinas trailing by 6, but we'll be right back.
You think you're just checking your messages or telling a friend you're on your way. They could be the last words you ever type. Make sure you get where you're going.
I got no balls for losing. Shocking. Joe's at road all the time. Just had a few drinks. Just can't be happening.
Are we clear?
Clear. We're just buzzed. Just buzzed? You didn't tell us that, sir. You're right. This isn't happening. You'll be fine. I feel good. Really? No, not really.
Buzz driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal.
Shocking.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Let's switch to Energy Star light bulbs and stop burning through cash. Saving energy saves you money.
Welcome back to the Kingsville Hampton Court. I'm Ferris Bauer, joined alongside with Colton Williams. 15:50 left in the game. Javelina still trailing by 6. Score right now is 35-29.
Yeah, you see, both teams kind of came out, each missed their 2 shots starting the half, but both teams trying to pick it up here a little bit. Javelinas so far cut 2 points into this lead here, find themselves down by 6.
Yeah, Holt got it off to Youngblood off that inbound. Youngblood stumbled to the floor and went ahead and called for time here. So it looks like both teams are going to talk it over. Right now, the Javelinas shooting 11 of 36 from the field at 30.6%, while the Angelo State Rambells going 45.5% right now, 15 of 33 from the field. Lauren Holt started real hot, Colton, 4 of 4 from the field, but right now sitting back at 500 field goal percentage here. Going 6 of 12. You noticed she was struggling a little bit in the second half.
She's missed her past 4 shots, 3 in this one, and their last shot going in the back into the first half here. Like we said, it's just a good adjustment the Javelinas have made there. Coach Thurio changed his lineup here to match up with Holt better, and so far they've been shutting her down in the post. No more easy shots for the Rambells here. It's up to see the Javelinas can benefit on that and cut more into the 6-point lead, or 6-point deficit.
So now the Rambells struggled with that last inbound. Youngblood had to call for time, and now it looks like the play is just about to resume. Score still 35-29, lead with the Angelo State Rambells. Oliver on the inbound this time, gonna free up Holt. So Holt gets the ball here at the top. 18 seconds on the shot clock for the Rambells. Lemaire has it, bounces it to Stegall. And Stegall tries to go in for the easy layup. Gonzalez with a good foul there. Going to try to make Stegall earn her, actually Carly Kellermeyer, not Stegall. She's going to go to the line for 2.
That's the first foul of this half. We said each team only had 5 fouls apiece in the first half. So far it's been a relatively low call and low calls here. I mean, from both teams here.
Kellermeyer, puts that first one in, puts her team up by 7 points. It was a good foul, though, by Brianna Gonzalez, a smart one. It's not giving the easy basket to Kellermeyer. She can't sink the second one, so it looks like the foul may have worked out for the Javelinas.
Javelinas find themselves down by 7 now.
And Gonzalez with the 3. That one goes in for her, pulling up with the confidence, gets the ball down through the hoop. 36-32, is the score right now. Javelinas with just a 4-point deficit, so they're still very much in this game, Colton.
Yeah, this is probably the closest they've been since about 8 minutes left in the first half here, so.
Now the ball with Lauren Holt. She swings it to Kellermeyer.
You see they're doing a good job of pressuring the pressure on Holt there.
Yeah, just 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Kellermeyer gets that shot to go for her and gets the foul to go along with it, so an and one opportunity coming Kellermeyer's way. That's a poor defense by the Javelinas there.
Yeah, poor defense by the Javelinas. The Rambells able to get that lucky roll there for the and one. So if she makes this free throw, and she does, the lead back, which was at 4 just a few seconds ago, now back up to 7.
And Kellermeyer going to take a seat after that. So Javelinas going to try to respond. Brianna Gonzalez had come up the last time with a pull-up 3. We'll see what she comes up with this time. A bounce pass to Lowen goes off of Youngblood's foot. It's going to be called a kickball. Javelinas going to inbound from the sideline.
See what Javelinas can do here, find themselves down by.
Gonzalez inbounds the ball to Jones. Jones almost had a backcourt violation, but keeps the ball on this side of the court.
Yeah, good job. Good awareness there by Jones to find the open players to avoid the turnover.
Jones drove in there, drew the contact, gets the foul. Not sure if it was in the act of shooting. It looks like they're going to inbound from under the rim. So Gonzalez has it now, trying to find the open option. Finds Caitlin Lowen. Clark gives it off there to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez going to go for a pull-up J. Not going to work for her. Good rebound by Benavides, and she draws the foul on Lauren Holt. So Benavides going to head to the line for 2. So a good offensive board by the Hogs there.
Yeah, we've seen so far in this second half. Probably that's something that Coach Thurio talked about during halftime here. Got to get the second chance boards there, and so far they've been able to do it so far pretty good in this second half. Hopefully it continues.
Benavides can't knock down that first free throw. Free throw shooting, like you said, Colton, has been somewhat of a problem for these Javelinas.
Yeah, they've struggled sometimes. The last game on the road against West Texas, they started off the game by going 0 for 5 from the free throw line. So they've had their struggles from the free throw line, along with other things. But I mean, you don't want to miss free throw lines. Those are easy points there. So I mean, it always hurts you when you miss them.
Certainly something both teams practice quite a bit. Benavides can't get either free throw to fall for her, so the score is still 39-32. 14-15 left in the game. Javelinas still trailing by 7.
Let's see the Javelinas with their good defense here.
Now the ball with Stegall being met with opposition by Clark. Benavides gambled on the steal. She might have to pay for it as Oliver tries to get the ball into Lemaire, but Caitlin Lowen picks off the pass. And the Javelina is going to take the ball out to the other end of the court.
Again, we see that good defense there. Fast, quick hands by the Javelinas. They're able to pick up that steal.
So, Jones thought about shooting it, but ended up giving it to Gonzalez instead. Benavides has it now, trips, and they're going to call a travel on her.
Yeah.
Just an unfortunate play there. Anytime you hit the floor, if you try to move again, it's going to be a travel.
Yeah, Cassie Stegall did the basic kind of pull the chair out from under you move and able to get the turnover there on the Javelinas.
Full court defense being used by the Javelinas again, but the ball makes it safely to the other side of the court for the Rambells. Youngblood has it now, being double teamed, but Youngblood finds Stegall, and Brandy Clark picks off a pass yet again, so they're trying to go to Lemaire, but the Javelinas not making it work. Javelinas making sure to stop it. And a tough, quick pass there by Brianna Gonzalez. Just a little bit too fast and maybe just a little bit too high for Ashley Benavides.
Yeah, you see Coach Lurio telling her to slow it down, calm it down a little bit on there. Just got a little bit too excited on that one, trying to go for a quick two there. Like you said, this patch just a little bit too high there.
Yeah.
And Javelinas have another costly turnover here.
Good court vision, but poor execution there.
The 13th turnover for the Javelinas.
Ball right now with Devin Wild. She gives it off to Holt. Holt holding the ball at the three-point line. She's double teamed by Gonzalez and Clark. And Benavides gambled again for the steal. It doesn't work out, and Youngblood's going to take the jump shot. Maybe hesitated too long. But the Rambells with the offensive board, and Lauren Holt with a good move, getting by Sheena Jones, putting it in off the glass.
Yeah, Lauren Holt finally trying to get back into the, finally made her first basket after going over her previous 4 shots.
And the ball being picked off by the Javelinas yet again. Youngblood gets it, drives the ball in, can't get the shot to go for her, but the Rambells pick up the offensive board. So Wild has it, swings the ball there. Holt finds it in the post, and Gonzalez hoping that strip was clean, but it looked like she did get the wrist of Holt, so Holt gonna head to the line for 2.
Yeah, she's 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Early in the first half, she made 1 of 2 there, so see what Lauren Holt can do here. They're taking time at the free throw line. Right now the Rams have a 9-point lead, and Holt hits that one off the back of the iron, no good.
Another advantage that the Rambells do have is they've had 10 offensive boards. Javelinas only with 8. And a lot of that you can attribute to the size of Lauren Holt, pretty tall player.
Yeah, most of the time, majority of any basketball game, if you win the offensive board battle, you pretty much have a good chance of, taking the lead or having the lead at some point.
Sabar right now with Sheena Jones. The score is 41-32. Just 12 minutes left in the second half. Caitlin Lowen there going up for the layup, but gets blocked by Lauren Holt. And now Lauren Holt going to take the ball to the other end instead, but can't get the shot to go. Selby did a good job to bother that shot. Rambells get the offensive board, and Holt puts it in on the 3rd attempt for the Javelinas.
Just we have to talking about the offensive boards playing a big role here in building this lead for the Rambells. Javelinas struggling boxing out here on the offensive side, not being able to get these defensive rebounds here. But the Rambells making them pay for it.
Jones tried to lay it in, can't get it to go, and Gonzalez can't get that three-pointer to go, but Selby gets it back. And so Javelinas can't get it with 3 opportunities there on that possession. And it looks like there are 5 Javelinas getting ready to check in. So it looks like Coach Trio wants to change the squad completely, see if there's still a chance as the Rambells lead by 11. That shot is good for number 31, Faith Hunt. And a timeout's going to be called here by Coach Trio. So 11:02 left in the game. Javelinas trailing by 13. We'll be right back.
You must be your fairy godmother?
It doesn't take a fairy godmother to tell you that the right fit means everything. Especially when it comes to car seats. Always choose one that's the right fit for your child's age and size.
Oh, that does make a difference.
Remember, their happily ever afters are in your hands. To find out more, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. Let's catch them before it's too late. To start helping students in your community, visit boostup.org.
Back to the game here. Break ran just a little too long here, so play already resumed. As Gold is going to try the three-pointer here. Shot doesn't fall for her.
Once again, we see the fans not liking that one there. Is the Rambo might have thrown a little bit of an elbow there, but no call on that one.
Now Lauren Holt driving in, but the triple team working against her. The Javelinas can't come up with the ball. So still 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Rambells have a chance to try to put the ball in yet again. Holt gives it off there. Ball with Faith Hunt in the post. It looks like they're going to call a travel on Hunt, so the Javelinas finally force a turnover, stopping the momentum.
Yeah, once again, we see the Javelinas game trying to get away from it. They're trying to rely too much on the threes here, but their past two shot attempts have been threes that have not been able to connect here. So Javelinas maybe need to try to go back to basics, or the same thing they started off the game. Try to get the easy two and stop relying on the three so much, because you keep on shooting the three, you're not going to make it. You just put yourself in a bigger hole than what you are. So.
And the three-pointer hasn't been too successful for the Javelinas so far, as they're 5 of 13 from behind the arc, pretty measly 38%.
Yeah, and 3 of them coming from Jones, who started off the game 3 from beyond the arc. So Javelinas find themselves down by 13 with about 10 minutes left in the second half. So Javelinas have a little bit of a tough road ahead of them here. With, like I said, the final 10 minutes of the game, down by 13. They need to adjust their defensive strategy here, because I mean they're getting the turnovers, they just can't capitalize, and they need to work on their rebounding, because they said the offensive rebounding for the Rambills is really what's helping them right now.
Yeah, and like you said, turnovers right now, the Rambills have more turnovers, as they have the 18-15 lead in turnovers. But for points off turnovers, Javelinas actually trail the Rambills by 5 points. Rambills scoring 12 points off turnovers. So the Rambills being able to do more with their opportunities. Javelinas just not being able to convert or execute too properly. But play resuming here, just about 10 minutes left in the second half. Javelinas trailing by 13. That's the largest lead of the game by the Rambills.
Yeah.
With a turnaround move, Lauren Holt gets another block.
I was saying that's her third or fourth block of the game for Lauren Holt so far.
It's actually going to be the second that comes up. But Bernazak right now with the ball gives it off to Ashley Vieira. Vieira going to be called on the travel. It looked like she wasn't too sure with what she was going to do with the ball at that point. Hesitation is going to cost the Javelinas another turnover.
Yeah, looks like that bump from the defender might have thrown her off there a little bit, just making her shuffle her feet for the turnover there. So another costly turnover here for the Javelinas.
Wild has the ball now for the Bells. Ball swinging around. Leia Lemaire there tried to take the shot. Another offensive board coming for the Rambills. And looked like Stegall might have tripped. Michelle Wagner getting the ball on the other end.
Lauren Holt showing that full court speed there. She able to take it all the way down the floor for the block there.
Wagner couldn't put in that layup, but responds with an open three-pointer instead. That might be something Coach Trio's okay with.
Yeah. Well, you get the offensive boards there. I mean, you don't mind giving up the block, though, but I mean, it gives up for a three instead, so.
So Javelinas now trailing by just 10 points. We'll see if they can keep chipping into the lead. Still plenty of time left in this game, but Holt puts it in easily off the glass. Rambills back up by 12. Skolb has the ball now. She's going to take the pull-up three, and that shot sinks for her. 47-38 is the score now. You know, even though Golb's sunk that shot as a timeout gets called here, I'm not sure Coach Trio might be too happy with the shot selection.
Yeah, I know they're trying to they're not really they're not moving the ball around as much as they did in the first half to try to find the open player here. They're just going with the shot they have at that time. So Coach Rio needs to tell them, move the ball around a little bit more, try to find the open player. You find the open player, you get easier shots, and they can cut into this lead more.
So right now the score is 38-47. Javelinas managed to cut it in 2 single digits. Largest lead of the game has been 13 points by the Rambells.
But we have seen the Javelina women come back from a little bit more. I mean, not able to win the game, but they have been able to cut in the deficits here. So not an insurmountable lead for them to come back in with only 8 minutes left here in the second half. So Javelina still have a good chance here to come back in this game.
Oliver gives the ball off to Holt. Holt gives it right back to Oliver. Lemaire has it now at just about the free throw line. Drives in for the layup, can't get the layup to go, but draws the foul there on Cheyenne Miller.
Yeah, see the Javelina is fouling a little bit more here.
So right now 38-47 is the score. Javelina is still down by 9 points. Lemaire has the chance to put her team back up by double digits. Sinks the first one. So Lemaire going off free throw line. Gets one of the free throws to fall, not the second one though, so the Javelina still trailing by 10. Ball going on the other end of the court now. As Benazak has the room to take a three-pointer and knocks down that one.
Just like that, Javelina find themselves only down by 7 now, so momentum starting to swing here a little bit in the Javelina's favor here with that 3.
That's what three-pointers will do if you can get them to fall, which the Javelinas haven't been too successful in all season. Gold picking off the rebound there. Faith Hunt couldn't score on that one. So Javelinas trailing by 7, going to try to chip in just a little bit more here. So Gold has it now. Gives it off to Clark. Clark looking for a play to make. And Gold trying to drive in for the layup. Can't get it to go. And she's going to head to the charity stripe for 2.
Javelinas trying to cut into this, trying to possibly cut it down to a 5-point lead here.
And a timeout being called, so 7:28 left in this game. Javelinas trailing by 7. We'll be right back.
Body language. Without saying a word, it can tell you so much. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time. Time to call 911 immediately. The sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. Learn the body language, the sudden signs, and spot a stroke fast.
Back to the Hampton Court. I'm Chris Bauer with Colton Williams. We're with the Javelina Broadcast Network here. Just under 7.5 minutes left in the second half. Javelina's trailing by 7, but they have gotten a few back-to-back threes to go in for them, and right now they have Dara Gold at the line to try to chip in this lead just a little bit more.
Yeah, you're definitely starting to see that swing of momentum here in the Javelina's favor as what was it, a 13-point lead down to a 7-point lead here. So
yeah, the Javelinas now going 8 of 16 from behind the arc, so now putting their three-point percentage up to 50%. And Gold gets both free throws to go, so now the Javelinas just within 5. Still plenty of time left in this game. We'll see the defense they can put on the other end of the court, as we know how efficient the Rambell's been.
Look at that full court defense coming into play here, doing a good job.
Now the Javelinas trying to get back. They're going to call the foul there. I think they're going to call kickball. Not sure. 1 sec. Waiting on the announcer's call.
That's like Romera's going to pick up her second foul of the game on that one.
Yeah, it just looked like a little bit of aggressive play. Morgan Youngblood there had to hit the floor. going to call a foul on Brandy Clark as she tried to deny Lauren Holt from getting the ball. So the Javelinas, just like that, have 16 fouls. The next one will put the Rambells in the bonus, and that's certainly not something you want, especially when you're trailing.
Yeah, they did a good job there on Lauren Holt there. Yes, they committed the penalty, but they got it from getting an easy shot there.
So
Youngblood able to get on that one.
Right now, the Javelinas trailing by 7 after Youngblood's basket. Javelinas going to try to respond on the other end here. Vieira tries to get it into Gold. And just like Brandy Clark got called on the other end for denying Holt the ball, Lemaire is going to get called on this end for denying Gold the ball. So Ashley Vieira going to inbound under the rim.
Yeah, you might see the Javelinas being a little bit more conservative here on the defensive side. Like you said, already 6 penalties in the game, or in this half.
And just a mistake there, a miscommunication. Vieira throws the ball away. Rambell's going to have a chance to expand their lead. A three-pointer by Oliver, can't go. Wagner makes sure her hands were securing the rebound there.
Yeah, good rebound there.
Gold tried for the 3. There's the Javelinas shot selection. Just once again, not really being patient in finding the shot.
Yeah, you know, trying to go for that quick 3 here.
And that's going to be a charge, I think. And they're going to go ahead and call a travel instead. So either way, I thought it would have been a good charge by Vieira anyhow.
Either way, the Javelinas still find themselves down by 7 here with just about 6.5 minutes left here in the game. Javelinas looking to win their final home game of the season, and a season that's been disappointing, I guess you could say, for the women, for the Javelinas here. So Javelinas trying to come out, trying to end the game big here with a little comeback and see what they can do here in the final 6 minutes.
Yeah, ball right now with Ashley Vieira from the three-point line, looking for someone to give it to. Finds Clark. Clark tries to put the moves, but can't get a good look. Gives it back to Vieira. So just 7 seconds on the shot clock now. Javelinas have to do something. Find an open Bernazak from behind the line, but can't get that shot to go, and the Javelinas can't pick up the offensive board either. So just under 6 minutes. Javelinas still trail by 7.
Yeah, once again we see the Javelinas 2 possessions here, 2 3-point attempts here. Haven't been able to make either of them. So, and Coach Rio really probably not happy with their, like you said, their shot selection they've had here that past couple of possessions.
So Gold gets the block there, but it's going to be called on the foul from behind. So Lemaire is going to head to the line for 2. And the big question right now, and the big focus right now as well, is on the Angelo State Rambells. Closing out this game is gonna determine the outcome.
Yeah, let's see if they can close it out. If they now with them being in the penalty now, they might be going to the free throw line out here. So these free throws probably could be the difference in the game here for the Javelinas and the Rambells.
And there sinks both of them. So now Javelinas trailing by 9. 5:45 left in the game. Vieira finds Gold. Gold going to take the three-pointer. That's not going to go for her. And another rebound secured by the Rambells. And Javelinas looks like looking like they're settling on the three-point shooting yet again. And it's been their weakness before, and it looks like it might be their weakness again, as Youngblood gets an open look but can't put it in right next to the rim. Still couldn't score. Vieira picks up the board for the Javelinas. Gives it off to Clark. Wagner with the deep 3, can't get that shot to go.
So 3 back-to-back possessions here, all 3-pointers.
Youngblood passes the ball off to Lemaire there. Lemaire holding the ball at the top, going to take her time, try to find the right play to make.
So see what Lauren Holt can do in the
Weaver from behind the three-point line puts it in.
And that could possibly be a possible dagger here for the Javelinas here.
Might just be the nail in the coffin as the Javelinas now trailing by double digits yet again. 12-point deficit here. It looks like the Javelinas now struggling, and looks like they're on a bit of miscommunication on the offensive end as well.
Yeah, and they're not, just what we've seen like all game we were talking about, not able to find the open player. Like we said, taking a lot of threes when you can go for easier shots. Good job there by Brandy Clark, working for the foul there.
Yeah, Clark managed to draw the foul. So she's going to go to the line for 2. Has a chance to put her team back within 10 points. But the Javelinas giving up too much on the defensive end.
Yeah, Brandon Clark only 2 points in the night so far. Make it 3 with that free throw.
As Gonzalez, Caitlin Lowen, and Sheena Jones going to check back in for the Hogs.
Yeah, the Javelinas are going to try to go with their sharpshooters from behind the arc here. You know, Jones making 3 from behind the arc earlier. Now I think Coach Trujillo might want to start thinking of little shots from behind the arc here with time working against them.
Yeah, just 4:15 left in the game. Clark does sink the 2 free throws, though, so puts her team within 10. Javelina's going to need to make sure their defense is on lock.
Look at that four-court pressure finally getting the Angelo State Ram Bells there as they had to force to call a timeout there.
So still 4:08 left in this game after that timeout. Javelinas trailing by 10. And Javelinas found their streak behind the arc for a little bit there. It got within, I think, just about 4 points or so. And then it got away from them again as they missed 4 3-pointers in a row after that. And now they're 8 from 20 from behind the arc. That's only 40%.
Yeah, you live or die by the 3-point. So right now the Javelinas are dying by it as they, like you said, had that 4-point lead.
So now, as play looks like it's about to resume again, 45-55, Javelinas trailing by 10.
I mean, at this point in the season, I mean, your last home game, you're not really playing for anything. I mean, as Coach Trujillo, what do you tell your players right now? You're playing for pride right now? I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of continue what to tell your players.
And at this point with all the playoff seedings being set, the only thing Coach Trujillo can really tell his team at this point would really be to try to just throw off the momentum.
Play for yourself.
Yeah, of the Ram Bells and try to ruin their seeding. We've seen a lot of times when teams don't make it.
Play spoiler, yeah.
They try to play spoiler. So just under 4 minutes left in this game.
It's still not over yet, though. I mean, the Javelinas forced a turnover there, so they get the ball back here with just right under 4 minutes, only down by 10. So I mean, we've seen crazier things in sports. So I mean, game's still not over. Javelinas, they just need to cut down on their turnovers, find better shots, and be better in the post on defense, and stop giving up the easy shots in the paint.
We'll see what they can do with it.
So if I was Coach Trujillo right now, I'd be telling him right now, like you said, Ferris, you guys are playing for yourselves. You know, try to go out there, give it everything you got, leave nothing else on the floor here. In the last home game of the season, Javelinas, for the seniors, it's got to be kind of bittersweet, though. I mean, you didn't make the playoffs like you did last year. It's your last game here at home. I mean, if right now I just start, leave it all on the floor here, see if they can come back with only a 10-point deficit now.
Wagner inbounds the ball there to Brianna Gonzalez, and the Javelinas have a chance here. Still some time left in this game to make something happen. Javelinas swinging the ball around the perimeter. Gonna find Caitlin Lowen. Gonzalez looking for the open pass, finds Brandy Clark. So shot clock going under 10 seconds here. Gonzalez with a tough fadeaway jumper. Doesn't go for her. And Brianna Gonzalez tries to steal the ball away, but can't get it as she hits it out of bounds. But good hustle and good focus by Brianna Gonzalez.
Yeah, the Javelinas is picking up a little bit here defensively. Not giving any good looks here for the Ram Bells. So the Ram Bells take it out just on the other side of half court here.
So now Lemaire has the ball. Taking it past the timeline here. She's being met by Gonzalez. Lemaire did a good job to get by Gonzalez. Draws the foul, so she's going to head to the line for 2. Leia Lemaire going 3 or 4 from the free throw line so far, and she's going to get her 5th and 6th right here.
Yeah, major point, just looking at it now, like we said earlier in the first half, the main reason that the Javelinas, if they do lose this game, it's going to be because of points in the paint there. Still getting outscored
34 to 8. by the last time out.
Points off turnovers pretty much similar here. Javelinas have 10 points off turnovers compared to Angelo State, who has 12 points off 17 turnovers here. So
Lemaire sinks both free throws.
Back up by 12 here.
That puts her team back up by 12. Gonzalez going to take the ball down the court for the Javelinas. Saw an open Michelle Wagner, but it looks like Gonzalez passed up on the opportunity. Wagner's going to take the three-pointer just off the rim, not going to go for her. A foul's going to be called, though, on the Ramblers. So the ball's going to stay on this side of the court.
Yeah, a little over the back call there on the Ramblers, catching a break for the Javelinas. Get a chance to put this back try to put it back at a 10-point or possibly a 9-point deficit. You know, still under 3 minutes left, so this game's still not completely over. Javelinas still trying to show some life here.
And Clark draws the foul, but can't get the shot to go. She's still going to head to the line for two, and like you said, with the opportunity to put her team back within 10 points.
Brennan Clark here at the line.
So far, 2 of 2, and make that one 3 of 3.
Trying to cut it down to a 10-point lead here. And she does, making all 4 of her free throws on the night.
Yeah, so giving her team still some life and some hope as the
like
Ramblers throw the ball away again, so the Javelinas catching another break here.
Possibly cut down to a single, back going down to single-digit deficit here. If the Javelinas can get a good shot here. Still 2:45 for your first game. Not over, still a lot of time left here in the game.
So right now, Wagner with the ball.
The only thing I want to avoid here is stop trying to go for the 3-ball here. If you get a good shot, I mean, take it, but try to find an easier shot to take.
And Wagner does do that, gets it in off the glass, puts the team within 8 points, and the Ramblers with a risky pass, but gets there safely. Ball with Leah Lemaire right now, and she's going to try to find a good look for her team. Wagner with the active hands on defense, but it goes out of bounds on her.
You see the Ramblers pretty much just going to try to play keep away here. And they're still up by 8 with just a little over 2 minutes here left in the game. So, you know, keep moving the ball around. You know, of course you want to make the shots. You want to keep giving the ball back to the Javelinas, but Ramblers going to do the good job here and just take as much time off the clock as possible.
So right now, Stegall with the ball, being guarded by Lowen. She finds Wild. Wild driving in. Can't get that layup to go for her. Sheena Jones can't secure the rebound. It's going to be a jump ball, and that's going to go Angelo State's way. Javelinas can't catch the break on that one.
Yeah, Javelinas just struggle there to bring in that rebound there. Ramblers able to jump back on that to keep possession of the ball here. So Javelinas almost had a possession there to get the ball back, but
just under 2 minutes left. Javelinas still trailing by 8. Stegall has the ball. Swings the ball around the perimeter. And Lauren Holt now has it. So once again, like you said, Colton, just the team playing keep away. As Holt drives in, finds Lemaire, but Lemaire gets blocked by Caitlin Lowen. And the Javelinas get another chance. And the Javelinas can't score, but Clark gets the offensive board. Gives it off to Lowen. And Lowen just loses it. Devin Wild picks it straight off her.
Yeah, Javelinas, that tough break there for Javelinas. Had a chance to possibly cut to a 6-point lead there. Unable to as they give the ball back.
And now just a minute and 10 seconds left. So the Javelinas, looks like their last home game of the season won't be a good one. Charge, though, gets called there. Good job by Sheena Jones to draw the foul. So just under 70 seconds left. And the Javelinas going to keep the ball on the ground just as long as possible, try to save as much of this clock as they can.
Yeah, like I said, the good thing about the Javelinas, though, you know, down by 13, they haven't given up. I mean, even though the season hasn't gone their way, they've still shown a lot of heart in this game so far.
Still trying to play the game. Can't get that layup to go, so Gonzalez can't get that in. Javelinas still trailing by 8. And Jones picks off the ball for the Javelinas. And a timeout is going to be called with 35.1 seconds left in the game. So, looks like the Javelinas might be ending this one in a loss. So 35.1 seconds left in the game. Javelinas trailing by 8, and we'll be right back. Okay.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes you.
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
After the game, I'll go ask him, and then you can do the post-game wrap-up, and I'll go ask him.
Okay.
So just with
Welcome back to the Hampton Inn Court, 15.3 seconds left on the clock as Clark is going to head to the charity stripe for 2 more, but it looks like this game is just out of reach for the Javelinas. They're going to end their last homestand with a loss here of the season.
Looks like with the win here, the Rambills will jump up to their 5th, tie their longest winning streak since 08 with their 5-game winning streak here. The loss drops Javelinas down to their 5th straight loss. Their second 5 or longer losing streak of the season so far. Like we said, it's not been a good year for the Javelinas.
Clark sinks the first free throw, puts her team within 7. As Holt is going to check out for the game. Looks like will be permanently. Holt went 9 of 17 from the field. She picked up 8 boards, had 3 blocks, and ends the game with 19 points. Clark sinks the second free throw. Her team's now within 6, with just 15 seconds left on the clock. Javelinas going to try to play the defense they can and end it with all the hustle that's possible. They're going to call a travel on Stegall. So Gonzalez does well to force the turnover there. So just 8.5 seconds left in this game.
Javelinas making this game a little bit more interesting in the later parts of the game here.
Making sure, trying to stay positive and trying to keep the hustle.
And just like that, the Javelinas turn the ball over. So that will be the final possession of the game for the Javelinas here as the Rambills look at this run out the final 7.3 seconds of the game here.
The clock just winding down here. And that'll end the game. Javelinas gonna drop this one, 57-51. We'll be right back after these commercials.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Welcome back to the Hampton Inn Court. We just wrapped up the girls' game here, but the Javelinas dropped this game to the Angelo State Rambills, losing 57-51. So a close game here at the Hampton Inn Court. Javelinas did get good looks, but weren't able to make the best of their opportunities. They went 16 of 58 from the field, while the Rambills went 22 of 52 from the field. They went for 42.3% on the night. A lot of the Rambills came out to play as Lauren Holt went 9 of 17. She got 19 points for the Rambills. Leah Lemaire doing almost the same, going 6 of 14, scoring 18 points. On the other end, the Javelinas tried to rely on their three-point shooting a little bit. Sheena Jones went 3 of 4 from behind the arc. She was able to get 11 points for the Javelinas, and no other Javelina was able to get into double figures, so just having a slow and inconsistent game on the offense. The Javelinas were able to force more turnovers on the Rambills, but couldn't make the best of the opportunities. So Javelinas dropped their 5th straight game got a few more games on the road, but their playoff hopes are done for the season. So we'll see how they can respond next season. But we're about to head to the guys game in just a few moments after both teams warm up, and we'll see you then.